All right, YouTube, we're back with part two of once again, of Reezons Wii's holiday shopping guide. All right, now I got two more games to discuss. I ended up with NBA 2K10 on the last video. Starting this video, I'm gonna just jump off with the second sports title, NHL 2K10. Once again, 2K Sports. They're the boss when it comes to sports video games, man. I'm not hating on EA. I love EA. I love Madden. I love NBA Live. But the truth of the matter is, when NFL 2K was around, it was dominating Madden. NBA 2K is still around, and it has always dominated NBA Live. So while I got love for EA and their sports titles, 2K are the sports kings ever since the Dreamcast days till now. And NHL 2K10 is no exception. NHL 2K10, first of all, 2K9 when it came out on the Wii had the entire list of features and everything that the HD console versions had. Well, this year they jumped on that, did it again, brought all the best all of the features from the HD versions, but also smoothed up the graphics, smoothed out the animations. It's just the biggest, most robust, and probably I think it's the aside from 2K9, it's the only real hockey game at all on the Wii. So if you're a hockey fan, you're an NHL fan, this is the game to get. It got an 8.0, which is great, especially on the Wii for sports games. The Wii's not very strong with sports games. It's great with arcade sports and wacky, funny sports, but for serious sports simulators, it doesn't do that good. So this is a great pickup for the NHL fan on the Wii. Once again, 8.0 on IGN. And the last game, or last new game that I'm going to talk about, Shaun White's Snowboarding World Stage. Got a 7.6 on IGN, which I find kind of funny. I think it should have gotten higher because part one, Shaun White Snowboarding Road Trip, got an 8.1, 5 points, 0.5 a point or so higher, whatever. But the reason being that I feel it should have gotten higher than a 7.6 is because the original got an 8.1 or something like that, and they said that this one, nothing's really changed from the original. So if nothing's really changed, you should have still at least get an 8.1 because the first one was a great game. But this game is really good. Has that beautiful, I don't want to say cartoony, but that unique art style on the Wii. That just it's a brilliant move by the makers of the game because they know the Wii can't do those HD graphics, but it can still do some pretty nice graphics if you stylize it right. And they did. Controls are tight. Right now it's the #1 snowboarding game on any console. And it's exclusive to the Wii. So if you're a snowboarding fan, I recommend it. I did rent the first one and I did love it. So I'm telling you right now, it's a good game. It's a good snowboarding game. That's pretty much my new games for the holidays. But as I was going through this list, started jogging my memory on some titles that I have or that I've played that are a lot older. But if you don't have them and never check them out, they may make a good holiday gift for somebody or for yourself. So when it comes to Shaun White World Stage, I got to go back and take it 2 years back, almost 3 years back, to SSX Blur. SSX Blur is an amazing snowboarding game on the Wii. The SSX series has been synonymous with greatness when it comes to snowboarding mayhem, and SSX Blur is no exception. Amazing controls, where you use the nunchuck and the Wiimote, and with the nunchuck, as you're turning left and right, you can also twist the nunchuck to carve in and out of slopes, making it unparalleled control. Still the best controls I've seen in any snowboarding game. It's got the uber tricks, which are the crazy tricks that you actually draw up the shape with the Wiimote while you're in the air. Wonderful game, man. It's racing, stunts, everything. So that's one that if you don't have and never checked out, it will make a good gift, and I guarantee you can find it for cheap now because the game is 3 years old. When it comes to the sports games, man, NBA 2K and NHL 2K10, I really don't have anything old there to tell you to get that I would recommend because, like I said, the Wii's not that great with sports. That's as far as sports simulators. If you're a football fan, I will say check out Madden 10, even though I don't like the direction they took with the art style and the all play and all that garbage. But the ones that I have Madden 07 and Madden 08 on the Wii, and those were about as best as I've seen football done on the Wii. So check those out if you haven't. For shooters like Call of Duty Modern Warfare Reflex, I'm gonna tell you like this: if you don't have the conduit, I would say get it because it has a great campaign mode, great story. It's a good shooter with unparalleled controls on the Wii and a good online experience. The only problem that I will warn people right now off the bat about the online is that the game was easy to hack, so hackers have destroyed the online mode. If you're playing random matches online because you don't have anybody's friend code, you're likely to come across a game where you're playing against people and there's one guy who just doesn't die. He has a rocket launcher that spits out like 20 rockets at once like a machine gun, and he's got 275 kills, and it's only been 30 seconds into the match. That's a hacker, and that ruins the game for people. But that's not an issue if you have friend codes and you exchange them with friends and you set up private matches with each other. So the Conduit's one that I will get. Medal of Honor Heroes 2. Taking it back at least 2.5 years. That was the first real good shooter on the Wii with an online mode that was great, great controls, and it even had Wii Zapper support. So, I'm telling you, that's another good one. When it comes to the horror genre, I'd say most definitely get the original Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles. If you haven't checked that out, that's a must-buy. I went through the campaign when I rented it, and there's a lot of secrets, a lot of extras, but just the graphics and the feel of the game are amazing. It's fun to play with a second player there. It's like a light gun arcade game. Also, Resident Evil 4 Wii Edition. That is a superior Resident Evil 4 version. The GameCube one was awesome. The PS2 one was, whatever. The graphics were pretty bad, but they updated some stuff and gave us some new updates. Well, the Wii version has everything that both versions had, plus the amazing Wii controls, IR pointer control, and it's just unparalleled. It's the superior Resident Evil 4 version. So if you've never had that, never played it, never got it, never rented it, pick that up. That'd make a good holiday gift for somebody. What else? Any other horror survival games I can think of? I would say check out Cursed Mountain, which just came out about a couple months ago. And it's a different take on survival horror. You're not dealing with zombies and vampires and anything like that. You're dealing with ghosts, and primarily has a lot of religious tones in the game. You're dealing with Buddhist monks, and it's up in the Himalayan mountains, and it's very creepy. Has a whole different feel to it, but it's still very scary from what I saw in the reviews, and it got some decent reviews. I think it was like a 7 point something on IGN. I'm not sure, but that's another one that I would check out. For the racing, man, if you Need for Speed Nitro for sure, but if you want to go older, I like Need for Speed Pro Street because it was the first step that I saw Need for Speed taking it back to the track, out of the open streets and back to the track. It was decent racing. It wasn't a simulator, but it wasn't arcade either. It was in between, so it was good. I'd say Mario Kart Wii, king of all racers. To this day, I've had that game for over a year now, and the online mode is just still flawless. Immediately you link up with people and play. Flawless online, no lag, no nothing. The game itself is fun. It's got a lot of depth as far as secret characters and stages and all that. So, Mario Kart Wii. And as far as racers, I think off the top of my mind, that's about it. Other titles I feel that gamers should check out. Wii Sports Resort. It's a must-buy. To this day, I still turn it on, and every time I turn it on, it's at least an hour or more of play. It comes with the Wii Motion Plus, and I believe now it's coming bundled with 2 Wii Motion Pluses. So that's great. That would have been great if it was like that when I bought it. I had to buy the Wii Sports Resort with 1 Motion Plus, and then go and spend another 20 on another Motion Plus. But definitely a must-buy. And for those of you who are like me, who like different, unique games that aren't the norm, I love games that give me open exploration, man. That there's not a time limit, there's not a limit, there's not any restriction. Just go and do what you want. Endless Ocean. To this day, I just started playing it again. It's been out. I've had it for about a year now, at least. And to this day, I still play it for hours at a time. I still have not found all the different artifacts and all the different treasure pieces or all the different animals. There's 200 or 250 different animals in this game. I just found the killer whale the other day for the first time in all this time. And as you play the game, time of day, whether night and day, and seasons play a part in what animals come out and what animals are not available. So it's realistic. It's a real thriving environment. And part 2 is coming out first quarter of next year, which I can't wait. Endless Ocean, Beautiful Ocean, I think is the name, and it looks amazing. So that's about it, man. I just wanted to leave y'all with a broad spectrum of games for the Nintendo Wii that are coming out or have just been released or even old that you may not have had a chance to play, and Christmas is coming and you don't know what to ask for, you don't know what to look out for, what to snatch up. I think these are all some prime choice games. Speaking of Prime, Metroid Prime Trilogy. Can't believe I didn't put that on there. But Metroid Prime Trilogy, which brings Metroid Prime Echoes, which are the first 2 games released on the GameCube, completely remastered and given new controls, and it includes Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. And I think it's all that, and the special collector's box is the price of a normal game. So you can't lose with Nintendo, man. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hope y'all check out some of these games, and if anybody does buy these games over the holidays and gets to play them, comment on my video. Let me know if I was right. Let me know what you think. All right. God bless y'all. Merry Christmas.